Chud the Builder is begging Aiden Ross to help bail him out of jail. Some people think he should. Some people think he shouldn't. I'm one of them motherfuckers who think he shouldn't. I don't give a fladoozy what happened to that man. I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to go over it. There's a lot of stuff going on. Myron Gaines, his weird ass. We're going to talk about him. Charleston White is defending Chud the Builder. We're going to talk about that, my guy. We're going to talk about everything and break everything down. So this is the voice recorded that happened where Chud the Builder is begging Aiden Ross to help bail him out of jail because he doesn't have access to his like GoFundMe anymore. So he started a new GoFundMe. We're going to cover it all in this video. So let's listen to the audio where Chud the Builder is begging Aiden Ross to bail him out of jail.
It's Dalton. Chud, if you can get me out, help with the bond. I cannot access my funds until I get out of here because no one has access to any of my GiveSendGo or my crypto wallets, etc. I have to get out of here so that I can get verification processes to get into all of these funds. I will fight for free. If you can help me out to post bail, I will fight for free. We'll do whatever it is you want to do, bro. I need somebody with big money who can throw down, who can support me.
He needs somebody with big money, right? He needs somebody who can support him. And remember, these people are still trying to make this about free speech. So apparently you should be able to go anywhere and say whatever and do whatever and say whatever, and you shouldn't be held to no consequences. And all that is cool. And I'm gonna play the clip that old stupid Myron Gaines said. But all that's cool. If you want to push and fight for free speech, that's great. If you want to say whatever you want to say, cool. But you need to understand that some people, you could just tell some people never been punched in the face. I come from an era before, when I was in elementary school, it was no such thing as social media. I remember the time. I remember in like 2011, 2012, when Instagram first came out and got popular. I remember making my Instagram page. I remember when MySpace fell off and Facebook came. You feel me? And when I grew up, when I was in school, if you said something crazy, you got punched in your fucking shit. And if we got suspended, we just got suspended then. You say something about my mama, you say something about my daddy, you say something about this, we just finna fight. You say the wrong thing, overly disrespectful, you do something too crazy, we about to fight. You get what I'm saying? I come from that. I grew up on that. Now, do I think you should just be able to fight and be violent no matter what somebody say something to you, you don't like it? No, at the end of the day. You got to let words be words. But when you go around provoking people to the point where you end up shooting them and yourself in front of a courthouse, I don't feel bad for you. And this ain't got nothing to do with free speech. You walking around and provoking people, bro. You ain't using free speech on, why you only using free speech on the black people then? You ain't going around provoking nobody else. Your main content, the reason that you're known is because you is being racist, gang. And you're making money off of it because it's the easiest content in the world. White man go outside, provoke a black man, he get mad, it go viral. You got a bunch of other racist motherfuckers that support it. It's easy. I get it. But what the fuck does that have to do with free speech?
Look, man, all these hate you. They're looking for something to go after you with. So you just got to be on point, bro. You got to be on point. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that on some hating shot. I actually want to see him win. I actually think he's hilarious. I think it's funny. And quite frankly, watching all these get so butthurt, right, over a word goes to show the problems in the black community. Like, they'll sit there and be willing to risk it all, lose their life over somebody saying, like, really, bro? Really? And they prove all the stereotypes right with their stupidity.
Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Now, this is the stupid shit that I'm talking about. So he says that the problem in the black community is we willing to risk it all and go crazy over some words, right? Which I somewhat do agree with. But you trying to say that it enhances and fits into the stereotypes that everybody already think. Bro, so does Chud. He's fitting into that racist white man, American flag, I'm strong, I'm racist, I don't like black people. He fitting into that stereotype. You know what I'm saying? You don't fit into a stereotype. If you sitting here calm, cool, collected outside of the courthouse, you not bothering nobody, somebody come up to you calling you racial slurs and ends up shooting you. Why that ain't no stereotype? That's not the school shooter stereotype. That's not the racist white man serial killer stereotype. Oh, so no stereotypes, right? Whatever happened to just leaving everybody the fuck alone? Whatever happened to stop provoking people? Where's that stereotype at? Where's the white man stereotype where I have my suit on and I'm great and I don't bother anybody and I have respect for everyone and I love everyone and I mind my... Where's that white... I don't see that stereotype on that side. That's the main thing that I have a problem with for Myron. Myron support motherfuckers who do stupid shit and then say we fitting into his stereotype when he provoked us. I'm sitting here minding my business. I'm going against all the dumbass stereotypes that you believe in. I'm a black man sitting here minding my business, not bothering nobody, no gun on my waist, my pants ain't sagging, I ain't got no bandana on me, I'm well spoken, I'm an army veteran. I'm sitting here, dude was sitting there cool. He was sitting there cooling, relaxing, enjoying the fucking Tennessee sun. Here come Chud the Builder. Sees a black guy, of course sees a smaller, shorter, skinnier black guy that he know he could probably beat up pretty easily. Provokes him, shoots him, and you talking about you want to see him win. What? What are you talking about, bro? It comes to a point where, gang, free speech is not the basis of this conversation. If you say you don't like the color blue, you should be able to go outside and scream it as loud as you want to. But when you walk around provoking people, you don't get off on no motherfucking self-defense. That's not how that works, bro. And again, I come from an era where I grew up in when I was born in 98. So we didn't even have smartphones. I remember when the first fucking iPhone came out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all might be too young. Y'all might be 16, 17, 18. Y'all was babies probably when the first iPhone came out, damn near. You know what I'm saying? I remember it coming out. I remember begging my mama for it. I remember when touchscreens phones was just like getting popular and shit. So this and what 1090 Jake said was true too. This causes keyboard warriors that y'all say y'all hate. You know what I'm saying? And all that's cool. All that is cool, fine, and great and dandy. But if somebody come up to you and say, fuck you and you with your kids, somebody say, fuck you and your wife and your kids, do something weird and nasty to your little baby, right now, your little baby girl, yeah, you gonna want to crash out too, bro, because words mean things at the end of the day. So I'm not saying it's right. Somebody look at you wrong, you supposed to just kill them. Somebody call you a nigga, you just supposed to crash out and kill them. No, you should have some more self-control than that. But when somebody is provoking, y'all see the problem I learned is that y'all want black people to be perfect. Y'all want us to sit here, if y'all ever seen like freedom riders and like all them people, they used to sit and be super still, you know what I'm saying, and let the white people spit on them. Y'all want us to be perfect. Y'all don't want us, it don't be nothing wrong with us. Y'all want a motherfucker to come up and provoke us, do whatever, and we just supposed to sit here and take it because we don't want to fit into the black man stereotype. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? This is some disgusting, nasty behavior. The fact that you wake up every day, turn on your stream, and go outside to intentionally hurt people with your words, and then use the free speech side to try to justify it. That shit ain't official. That shit ain't cool. I don't give no fuck what race you is. Black, white, Hispanic, whatever you is. If you go outside on purpose every day, turn on your stream and try to hurt people, whether it's their feelings, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, you a fucking weirdo. Weirdo. And if you get arrested for it, I'm not going to feel bad.
On Chud the Chud guy. What's his name again? Yo. Holy shit. So he is on here. Can you pay his bail? Imagine the clips. Dude, fuck no. Absolutely fucking not. What the hell? Are you retarded? Can you bet on Chud the Chud guy?
Now, one thing I will say about Aiden is a lot of things, but I don't think Aiden supports just, you know, blatant racism. I don't think he does, but I've seen him support racists on his brand risk event. I've seen him bring racists on his brand risk event. And I think that's different though. I think somebody just talking kind of crazy, saying some controversial things on the internet, I think that's different than what he was doing. You was doing it in person, trying to provoke people, trying to shoot people, you know what I'm saying? But I would not be surprised at all if he still donated and still bailed him out through like a third party, like through a LLC, or gave the money to somebody else who gave it to somebody else and gave it to somebody else. And you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either. But I don't think Aiden Ross is gonna put up his own money. You know, that's a pretty good amount of money he gonna have to put up. I don't think he's putting up his own money to pay and bail this man out of jail. I don't really think it's because of like people saying, oh, he's not gonna do that because it's a bad publicity stunt. I don't really think that's the case, because Aiden Ross is a controversial person to an extent. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole content for real. But I don't think he's finna take 6 figures of his own money and bail this man out. And I think Chud like wants to fight on brand risk to like earn the money back or whatever. So it's really like kind of like a loan. But I mean, my guy, if you ain't got enough money to bail yourself out, maybe you should pick some different shit. Because if you was doing any other type of fucking content, you wouldn't be in jail right now. You ain't got enough money to pay your lawyer, take care of your kids, and bail yourself out. You ain't got that shit sitting in your account ready for whatever. The fuck are you doing outside provoking people for? That shit is weird. So this is the GoFundMe, or it's called GiveSendGo. This is the GiveSendGo page that he ended up starting. And so this was at about, his goal was 100K. Right before he got arrested, it was at about 150, 160K. So he's raised another 100,000 since then. It's been, I think it's been like a week or two since he's been since he got arrested. So this actually got taken down. It didn't really get taken down, but he has no access. There's no way for him to get the money, because I guess they're saying that since he like got arrested for everything, he can't access his bank account. So they closed that bank account. And since they closed that bank account, that's kind of like getting in the way of him actually being able to touch this almost 270,000. So what he did was he started another one, or I guess his girlfriend, Alexis Williams, she started another one. So this is what her ass said. She came down here, help us bring Dalton home. As you can see, the goal is 20,000, and they're pretty much almost at that goal. I don't know how long it's been. And we see that there's a guy right here that donated $10,000, all right? $10,000, we're actually going to talk about him, okay? So, why this GiveSendGo was created. This campaign was created out of urgent necessity. Dalton's previous fundraiser is connected to a bank account that has mysteriously closed without explanation following his arrest. I don't think it was mysteriously. I just think maybe the bank accounts, I don't know, maybe they don't want to support an open fucking racist. AB, I don't know. You know, because free speech is all cool, but I bet y'all ass ain't going to go out there and say something about them Jewish folks. I bet y'all shut the fuck up about that. Because you won't have a bank account, a Twitter, a Instagram, a YouTube, a Stripe. They might take your motherfucking ID. You go say something crazy about them Jewish people if you want to. While incarcerated, he has no access to those funds. That's great news. The donations raised here are needed immediately to cover his attorney upfront fees. This will allow his legal team to begin building a strong defense and pursue bond reduction right away. The other campaign will only disperse funds later on long-term trial expenses. This one addresses the critical time-sensitive costs that cannot wait. Dawson Etherly is a generous, loving, and creative soul with a quick wit that brightens everyone around. Well, why can't he be that generous, loving, and creative soul that brightens? Why can't that be his content? If he was so generous, so loving, such a creative soul, and such brightens up everyone around him, so he don't brighten up everybody around him. It seems like he brightens up everybody around him unless they're this color. I'm just saying. I'm just making observations. That's all. He is thoughtful, deeply loyal, and the kind man who would give you the shirt off his back without hesitation. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? We literally watched him on live for I don't know how long, disrespect people, be mean as hell to people, and it's not just black people. He mean to white people. If a white man comes up to him and is anti-racist, he don't like them. If he see a black person, he don't like them. He's a disgusting human fucking being. He's a disgusting human being. There's nothing good about him that I see that I like. He's not funny. You know what I'm saying? The only person weirdo that finds him funny is a nigga like Myron who's racist against his own fucking people. He's a weirdo his damn self. It's crazy to me how people could be so weird and like they really convince themselves that they regular. That shit is kind of scary. They say he's a devoted Christian and proud patriot. Dalton is not a violent man, nor is he a criminal. Dalton is not a violent man, nor is he a criminal. What the fuck are y'all are delusional, bro? This is the same delusion that is soaking up Fulio's killers right now. Y'all are delusional. So he's a devoted Christian. And as a devoted Christian, what? Oh, God told him to go outside and call black people niggers and be disrespectful and provoke black people and be racist? God told him to do that? Yeah, right. He's a proud patriot. They said Dalton is not a violent man, nor is he a criminal. Yes, he is a criminal. We've seen him since he's been live in the last few weeks. We've seen him go to a $400 dinner and walk out on it and get arrested. That's a crime. That makes you a criminal. We've seen him provoke people multiple times. That makes you a criminal. And we've seen him assault someone with a deadly weapon, actually try to kill that person simply because he's black. This kind of one of the worst type of human beings you could be, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? He literally has a tweet that says the end of the stream is going to end with a chimp, black person, dead in the street, and he gets off from it. He planned this shit. Y'all trying to disguise this as free speech and a Christian and a non-criminal and a generous, loving, creative soul? He's not speaking out against crime. He's not an anti-gun violence advocate. He's bothering innocent, everyday black people for no fucking reason. Dalton has walked a long, heartbreaking road few could ever imagine. For months, Dalton and our family have endured relentless harassment. Well, we don't get no fuck, lady. All this man do is walk around and harass people and give people. Look at this crazy shit. I can't believe what I'm reading. For a month, look at this shit. For months, Dalton and our family have endured relentless harassment, vicious death threats, and cruel intimidation simply for his beliefs and for speaking the truth. Well, this man literally walks around and harasses, gives people death threats, and cruelly intimidates them every day, all day on stream. So we don't really give a fuck that is happening back to him. Despite reporting those threats to authorities, we receive little to no protection. Exactly. Just like how black people have been complaining about him, provoking them and reaching for guns for I don't know how long. He has many victims, and y'all ain't do nothing about it until now. The persecution has cost him his job, prevented him from safely seeing his son, driven him from his church, and brought the heartbreaking loss of his beloved dog Sandy, who was brutally killed. Rest in peace to the dog. Dog ain't do nothing, but I ain't gonna lie. He not catching we don't feel bad for him. Some of y'all dumbass do, but through it all, Dalton has remained steadfast in his faith in Christ and his commitment to truth and free speech, to racism. Why we don't add racism in there? On May 13th, outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee, Dalton was recognized from his online content and became involved in an altercation in which he was attacked. In fear for his safety, he was forced to defend himself. Cap, that's not what happened. He now sits behind bars, facing serious charges and an exorbitant $1.25 million bond. Despite having the cash portion ready, forces within the system have tied up his accounts and appear determined to keep this good man locked up. Man, I'm done, bro. I'm not reading this dumbass shit no more. Y'all sound crazy as hell. He was never attacked. He was only attacked after he already pulled the gun out and shot him. He was never attacked. It's not self-defense. It blows my fucking mind how all this could be on camera and y'all so racist. Y'all hate black people so much that y'all will get on here and defend him and act like we didn't see what the fuck we saw in 4K. What's wrong with y'all, bro? It gotta be something extremely wrong with y'all. So now let me show y'all who donated. Look, y'all see this? I want to show y'all this first. I want y'all to make sure that y'all see this, okay? So this right here is a $10,000 donation, and the name was Chud the Builder, and he says free speech matters. I want you to pay attention to how he keeps setting in on free speech, right? Now I'm gonna show you who donated this $10,000. The person who donated this $10,000 name is Alex Rosen. Now, Alex Rosen runs one of those shows where he like catches PDF files and like he, you know, gets them arrested, calls the police on them, all that type of stuff. And
Watch out.
you know, it's a pretty good cause, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A PDF file is probably one of, if not the worst type of human being you could be on earth. But racist is a close second. You know what I mean? Anybody who dislikes a group of people simply because of the color of their skin is incredible to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible. That's like being scared or hating all Muslim people because they told you that some Muslim people did 9/11, or because some Muslim people in some countries are terrorists. So what? I'm gonna be scared of every Muslim I see because some people in these countries are terrorists? Most of them aren't. Most of them not, just like black people. Most black people are regular, hardworking, everyday people that take care of their kids, work, don't bother nobody, and relax and chill. But y'all want to judge us based off of the worst of the worst. Y'all want to judge us off the killers and the gangbangers and the robbers and the shooters. Y'all want to judge us based off them. Well, how come we don't judge you white folks off these PDF files then? This is not, look at this. This is not a black man. This is not a black man that's a PDF file that got caught talking to a little ass girl. This is a white man. And if you go on his page, you'll see a bunch of white people. You'll just see a whole bunch of white. And so it's very interesting how, you know, it's always black fatigue. It's always this, that, the third. It's always stereotype this, stereotype that. But notice how they don't never get stereotyped. Notice that. Notice how their people can do the worst of the worst. You can't find me 5 niggas that did anything close to what Jeffrey Dahmer did or what Ed Gein did. Ed Gein is the dude that was digging up bodies and cutting their skin and their body parts off and making furniture out of it. You ain't heard no black people do that shit ever in your motherfucking life. More than half of the school shootings, white people. More than half of the children, crimes on children, white folks. So, but we don't judge them. When we walk down the street and we see a white man, hey, how you doing? It's the same. It should be that for every race. I don't give a fuck where you from, what your skin look like. I'm not going to judge you based off of somebody who shares your skin complexion that I see on the news do some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And and the crazy part is this dude Myron. Let's go back to the Myron clip real quick. This dude Myron, right? Myron Gaines. Y'all seen? Y'all seen that clip that he said, stereotype this, stereotype that. If a black person was walking around doing what Chud did, if a black person was doing that, he'd get on here and call us monkeys. But Chud's not a monkey. No, he's not a monkey when he does it. It's only we're monkeys and chimps when we do it. You see how that works? Because go on Myron's page and see a black person doing anything. You can't even have your motherfucking shoe untied. Look at that dumbass nigga, don't even know how to tie his shoes. White man ain't tied shoes. Oh yeah, he probably forgot. He probably was busy. He probably. If a black man was walking around doing to white people what Chud was doing to black people, hell would freeze over. he wouldn't be getting no motherfucking donations. I tell you that. Because I'm gonna tell you something about black people that y'all don't want to admit or talk about. We don't support wrong. Outside of this small community that like gangbangers and all that dumbass shit, we don't support wrong. Wrong is wrong. You seen that motherfucking Fulio case, right? That Fulio case is just as famous as this Chud the Builder case. That nigga had $800 in donations, nigga. So much, we reported his shit so much that they had to take his GoFundMe down. Chud the Builder, he go out there, be racist, be the worst type of person he could be. His people is still gonna donate $10,000. They still gonna donate $1,000 because white folks stick together no matter what. No matter what, they could be dead ass wrong, and I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? They could be dead ass wrong. We seen white cops kill innocent black people all the time. What happened? Oh no, he was just scared, and it wasn't his fault, and he didn't really do it like that. And they'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll do anything to make sure that they people straight. You feel what I'm saying? Our people, we do some fucked up, we do some bullshit. Man, cancel that nigga GoFundMe. I ain't donating no money to that nigga. You feel me? That nigga a killer. What I'm donating money to him for? He a killer. And Chud is an attempted killer. So I just wanted to point out the fact how, you know, it's very, very, very strange how things get perceived differently depending on your skin tone. Ain't that crazy?